What if I told you that the greatest advantage in life is not talent, not money, not even luck? It's time. More specifically, the ability to think long-term, to delay gratification, to build slowly while everyone else is chasing shortcuts. The difference between those who achieve extraordinary success and those who stay average is often found in a single mindset: the power of long-term thinking. From Warren Buffett's decades of patient investing, to Jeff Bezos building Amazon without profits for years, to Elon Musk thinking in terms of centuries, not quarters, history proves this. While most people chase quick wins, the wealthiest and most successful play the long game. Today, we'll explore why long-term thinking is the greatest superpower you could develop and how you can apply it in your own life starting right now. Let's begin with a simple truth. Most people think in days, not decades. We crave instant results. Social media notifications, fast food, same-day delivery, lottery tickets. Everyone wants success now. But here's the trap. Short-term thinking feels rewarding in the moment, but devastating in the long run. Take the Stanford marshmallow experiment. In the 1960s, psychologists offered children one marshmallow immediately, or two if they could wait 15 minutes. Years later, they tracked the kids. The ones who waited, the long-term thinkers, ended up with higher SAT scores, better jobs, and healthier lives. It wasn't intelligence that made the difference. It was patience, the ability to delay gratification. And that same principle applies to wealth, careers, health, and relationships. The world rewards those who can think beyond today. No one embodies long-term thinking more than Warren Buffett. Buffett built his fortune not by chasing trends, but by mastering the power of compounding. He once said, "The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient." Think about this. Buffett made 99% of his wealth after the age of 50. Today he's worth over $100 billion. Not because he found a get-rich-quick scheme, but because he allowed compounding to work for decades. Compounding works like magic. Invest $1,000 at 10% annual growth. In 10 years, it's $2,600. In 30 years, $17,000. In 50 years, over $117,000. But here's the catch. Compounding only works if you can think long-term. Most people pull out too early, chasing quick profits. Buffett waited, and the world rewarded him. The lesson? Play long games. Because time, when combined with consistency, becomes the most powerful force on earth. In 1997, Jeff Bezos wrote his first letter to Amazon shareholders. In it, he made one thing clear. Amazon would prioritize long-term growth over short-term profits. Investors hated it. For years, Amazon barely showed any profit. Wall Street called it reckless. But Bezos didn't care. He was thinking 10, 20, even 30 years ahead. He reinvested every dollar into logistics, technology, and infrastructure. He wasn't building an online bookstore. He was building the backbone of global e-commerce. Today, Amazon is worth over $1 trillion. And those who doubted his strategy, they were thinking short-term. Bezos famously said, "If everything you do needs to work on a 3-year time horizon, then you're competing against a lot of people. But if you're willing to invest on a 7-year horizon, you're now competing against a fraction of those people." That's the hidden power of long-term thinking. It eliminates competition because almost nobody else has the patience to wait. Elon Musk is controversial, but one thing is undeniable. He thinks in centuries, not quarters. When Musk started SpaceX, he knew he might not live to see humans colonize Mars. But he didn't care. He was willing to sacrifice decades, even lifetimes, to push humanity forward. Tesla? Same story. Electric cars weren't profitable for years. Critics laughed. Traditional car makers mocked him. Yet Musk held the line. Today, Tesla is the most valuable car company on Earth. His vision wasn't about this quarter's earnings. It was about transforming the future of energy and transportation. Long-term thinkers like Musk see what others can't. That true breakthroughs require time, patience, and relentless persistence. Why is it so hard to think long-term? Because our brains are wired for survival. Thousands of years ago, the goal was simple: Eat today, stay alive today. Our ancestors didn't worry about retirement. They worried about predators. Modern society, however, rewards long-term planners. Yet our instincts still crave short-term pleasure. That's why diets fail. Why people quit saving. Why most chase quick money schemes. The solution? Rewiring our minds. Training ourselves to delay gratification. Building habits that prioritize tomorrow over today. History is filled with examples of long-term thinkers who shaped the world. The pyramids of Egypt took decades, even centuries, to build. They weren't built for immediate benefit, but for legacy. The Great Wall of China spanned generations. Leaders knew they might never see it finished, but they built anyway. Cathedrals of Europe often took over 100 years to complete. Entire lifetimes passed before the vision was realized. What do these projects teach us? That long-term vision can outlive individuals. It creates impact far beyond one lifetime. But what happens when leaders and companies think short-term? We see it every day. Businesses chasing quarterly profits at the expense of long-term stability. Politicians prioritizing re-election over true progress. Individuals spending instead of saving. Enron collapsed because of short-term greed. Countless startups die because they want growth now. Short-term thinking can bring quick wins, but long-term it destroys trust, stability, and sustainability. So how can you practice long-term thinking? Set 10-year goals, not 10-day goals. Ask, where do I want to be in a decade? Invest consistently, not just in money, but in skills, relationships, and health. Delay gratification. Learn to say no to what feels good now in exchange for what feels incredible later. Think in decades. Judge decisions not by next week's result, but by their impact in 5, 10, 20 years. Play the long game with people. Relationships compound just like money. Trust builds over time. The most successful lives are built slowly, brick by brick. J.K. Rowling spent years writing Harry Potter, rejected 12 times before success. Today her books have sold over 500 million copies. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. He wasn't thinking about one failure. He was thinking about the eventual breakthrough. Colonel Sanders of KFC was rejected over 1,000 times before anyone accepted his chicken recipe at the age of 65. Nike's Phil Knight sold shoes from his car trunk for years before building the empire. All of them had one thing in common: patience. Relentless, long-term focus. The world is filled with people chasing quick wins. But the truth is this: success, wealth, health, and happiness rarely come instantly. They are built over years of quiet, consistent effort. Warren Buffett once said, "Someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago." That's the essence of long-term thinking. Plant seeds now. Nurture them. Wait. And one day, you'll harvest more than you ever imagined. So ask yourself this: what seeds are you planting today that your future self will thank you for? Because in the end, short-term thinkers win moments, but long-term thinkers win lives.